New homes are well under construction in a hard-hit area of Taylor County, just one area heavily affected by that tornado outbreak 6 months ago today. The tornado there damaged or destroyed dozens of homes and caused millions of dollars in damage. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke with a family that hopes they can get their new home finished by the one-year anniversary of the storm.
The Wilson family used to live here. This was their garage. Over here was their home, and they did not have a basement. In fact, they were not even here on December 10th when the tornado went through, and they believe that simple act of staying with friends very well may have saved their lives.
And just a few hours later, it was all gone. There was no place in our home that we could have all fit and survived.
Holly Wilson is thankful for so many things, blessings, and what has been a loss for her and so many others. No part of her home on Pleasant Hill Church Road was left. They're building a brand new one, and this one, unlike the old one, will have a basement and even a safe room.
I'm not sure of the details, but it's a concrete room so that when the debris falls, it doesn't fall on you. And
all around me, you can see and hear the signs of progress. Behind me, the finishing touches of a roof are being put on. The Wilsons say they hope their home can be finished by Christmas to have Christmas this year in a brand new home. In Taylor County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Taylor County's emergency management director says many people have learned that their insurance or FEMA has not been enough to cover all their losses. Hazard Community and Technical College partnered with TLD for a truck driver job fair today. Anyone who showed up to the fair could apply even if they did not have a CDL license. TLD Schools Training Supervisor Mark Means says truck drivers are more important than many people realize.
Everything we get is normally hauled by a truck in one form or fashion, whether it's the beginning product to make what we have in our houses or what we use on a daily basis, or it's the end product that you see at your stores, Target, Walmart.
Anyone who missed the job fair but still interested can apply at tldlogistics.com.
Getting soggy into some sections of the mountains this afternoon as we continue to watch a shield of rain push in after a not so bad day yesterday. In fact, a beautiful day yesterday and a not so bad start to the day on our Friday. You see it right now, our camera from the Mountain Parkway at Slade. As a matter of fact, let's double check, get the latest image. We always want to get that latest image. There we go. You see the rain on the lens there. They've been dealing with rain out there throughout the afternoon. Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County, the rain's not here yet, but the clouds are certainly making their presence known. Low to mid 70s around the region. That's where most of us that haven't seen the rain yet are, 73, 74 degrees. But you notice as you go up toward the north where it's been raining, it's a little bit cooler. How about mid 60s out there? We look outside and seeing a couple of spots of some heavier rain pushing on in. One just south of Campton right now as you head south of the Mountain Parkway over toward Jackson. West Liberty getting in on some fairly heavy rain right now, at least moderate to heavy rain near Burning Springs along 421, seeing some heavier downpours, and even back into portions of Pulaski County and Rockcastle County seeing some heavier rain at this hour. Not a huge deal, but we're going to continue to watch these showers develop as we work through the evening hours. It's going to keep us on the soggy side tonight, so if you got dinner plans outside, I'd say take them inside or just prepare for the showers as we continue to see the potential of those through the evening. Mid 70s, eventually into the low 70s as that rain works in, all the way down into the 60s tonight as we finish things off on our Friday. I've got the latest, though, on when those showers work out and how nice of a weekend we could see coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The House Select Committee has begun a series of hearings detailing evidence it uncovered in its investigation into the January 6th Capitol attack. The committee laid out in a primetime public hearing Thursday night its most comprehensive picture yet of what happened. CBS's Natalie Brand reports from Capitol Hill.
The historic primetime hearing of the Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol is just the first.
The world is watching what we do here.
as the panel lays out its case that former President Donald Trump oversaw and coordinated a multi-part plan to overturn the 2020 election.
We believe Donald Trump is responsible. He lit the flame. He summoned the mob. This could still be a problem. Democracy is not safe unless we agree to follow a certain set of standards.
In never-seen-before testimony, former Attorney General Bill Barr said he made clear he didn't agree with the idea the election was stolen.
I told the president was.
I respect Attorney General Barr, so I accepted what he was saying.
Former President Trump, responding on his social media platform, blasted his daughter, saying she was not involved in studying election results. House GOP leaders have criticized the committee as political and illegitimate. In a new revelation by the panel Thursday, Vice Chair Liz Cheney said that Pennsylvania Republican Scott Perry and multiple other GOP members sought presidential pardons for their roles in attempting to overturn the election. Congressman Perry on Twitter called it an absolute shameless and soulless lie.
We have the documentation.
The committee also revealed Thursday that the former president did not call federal law enforcement to protect the Capitol that day. Then Vice President Mike Pence did, as officers engaged in hand-to-hand combat.
And I saw friends with blood all over their faces. I was slipping in people's blood.
CBS News has confirmed a former DOJ official is expected to testify next week. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Former Vice President Mike Pence's lawyer, Greg Jacob, is expected to testify before the committee on Thursday. Former President Donald Trump, his son Don Jr., and daughter Ivanka will not have to sit for depositions until mid-July. The trio reached an agreement with the New York Attorney General's office to delay depositions until July 15th. The deadline was previously set for today. Or yesterday, rather. Attorneys for the Trumps requested the delay to give them more time to prepare for testimony and provide more time to appeal the ruling. That court order is part of the Attorney General's investigation into the Trump Organization and its executives. The Vatican says Pope Francis is postponing his July trip to Africa due to a knee problem. The trip to the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan was planned for July 2nd to the 7th. Pope Francis has been experiencing knee pain for several months now. The Vatican press office says at the request of his doctors and to not jeopardize the results of his knee therapy, he's been forced to postpone the trip. The new date is yet to be determined. This is the first time Pope Francis has had to postpone a trip due to health reasons. In Ukraine, there is a battle in the eastern part of the country as Russian forces try to capture the strategic Donbas region. Police in Severodonetsk released video of smoke rising over a chemical plant as Russia focuses on taking the area, home to the country's industrial heartland of coal mines and factories. Meanwhile, a court set up by Russian separatists has sentenced 2 British men and a Moroccan to die, accusing them of being mercenaries. The 2 British men denied the accusation in a January interview with Sky News.
My family's here. My family's 15 kilometers. I can hear the shelling from my front room.
The UN Human Rights Office said it was concerned about the situation of the 3 captured fighters. The British government says they are prisoners of war entitled to protection under the rules of war. Britain's defense secretary met with Ukraine's president in Kyiv today, who thanked Britain for its assistance. There are no more McDonald's in Russia. The fast food chain is one of a number of companies that left the country after it invaded Ukraine. So Russia is replacing it with its own fast food restaurant set to open Sunday. The company says the logo, which you see there, represents a little burger and 2 large fries. It kind of looks like an M, but the name or what kind of food it'll have has not been announced yet. Russians will find out Sunday when 15 locations are expected to open their doors. It's been called the shortage no one is really talking about. Supply chain problems and inflation have hit virtually all consumer goods, and women's period products are no different. Top retailers and manufacturers acknowledged the shortages this week, confirming complaints that have been circulating on social media for months. Tampon prices are up nearly 10% from a year ago, according to Bloomberg. The shortages appear to stem from supply issues with key materials like cotton and plastic. Russia and Ukraine are both major exporters of fertilizer used to grow cotton, and the drought in Texas has hit cotton growth too. Coming up on First at 4, the latest data showing big price increases for gas and just about everything else we buy.
But first, showers are working their way back into the Commonwealth and back into the mountains over the next little bit. I'll have the details on how long they stick around coming up.